You're listening to the Productive Not Busy podcast, where our mission is to make you more money so you'll have less stress and more free time. It's all about mindset, attitude, and taking action. And your host, Wayne Weathersby, knows how to make that happen. He's negotiated and closed over $150 million in contracts while building businesses with proven success strategies that he wants to share with you. So if you're ready to make some real money, then let's get to it. Here's Coach Wayne.
Have you ever found yourself so immersed in a task that you completely lose track of time? You look up from your task to discover that hours have passed in what seems like just a matter of moments. Your focus was so intense that the world around you faded away. All that mattered was the task in front of you, and you absolutely crushed the task you were working on. Why is that? It's real simple. Because you were focused. Your productivity skyrocketed when you were focused on one thing and only one thing for a long period of time. Because your focus was so intense, you made the massive progress on that task. Much more than you would normally make. Nothing took you away from what you were working on. See, your concentration increased as well. Normally, you find yourself distracted when you're trying to work on a particular task, but not this time. You were so in the zone that you absolutely wouldn't let nothing distract you. Your focus was at an all-time high. It seemed like every part of your brain was fixed on the job in front of you. Your enjoyment of the task went through the roof. Because you were so immersed in and focused on your task, your enjoyment of your work went way up. You weren't thinking about the things that you would rather be doing. You weren't worried about the things that normally worry you. Rather, you were 100% laser focused on what was right in front of you. So how often do you experience what I just described? My guess would be not very often. Most of us find ourselves extremely distracted when we try to do any kind of outside work or any kind of work in general. Our phones are buzzing, Facebook beckons, text messages call for us, 1,000 notifications spring to life out of nowhere. Our brains feel like they're scattered in 1,000 different places. Just getting any work done requires a significant amount of effort. There's so many interruptions, so many distractions. So many things that take you off the task that you're trying to make progress on. It's almost as if the world is designed to distract us from working on what really matters most. Our productivity is low, our concentration is scattered, our satisfaction with our task is minimal, and we don't live up to our own full potential. But it doesn't have to be that way. What would you say if I told you that you could reach this state of heightened focus, increased concentration, increased productivity, and overall happiness on a regular basis? What if I told you that massive increases in that productivity, concentration, and happiness are not only possible, but they're easy to reach? It's true. Even in today's noisy, crowded, seamlessly overwhelming workplace, you can get into a highly focused, highly productive state. That state is called flow state. And it's what this podcast and the following episodes are going to be about. If you want to achieve maximum productivity, you must understand flow state. It's what sets the highest achievers apart from everyone else. Flow state allows a person to become a world-class performer in any area. It can enable you to be hugely productive, even in the midst of endless distractions. So if you want maximum productivity as well as maximum satisfaction in your day-to-day tasks, it's important to know how to get into the heightened state of what we call flow state. Are you ready to start being more productive? Are you ready to start making progress on your biggest, most important projects? Are you ready to achieve more satisfaction and happiness in the work that you do? And are you ready to achieve the flow? So we're going to dive in. It's time to get into your flow state.
The conductor is so in tune with his orchestra, he is completely focused on conducting, and nothing can distract him. He loses track of time and even himself. The actions just seem to flow out of him. He experiences great joy as he directs. That's an example. Entering a flow state is totally immersive experience. You are fully committed to what you're doing and have no room in your consciousness for anything else. You have no other room for thoughts, distractions, tasks, desires, worries. You're so totally engaged in what you're doing that everything else fades into the background. There's a book, Flow, The Psychology of Optimal Experience by Dr. Mullally. It says, I developed a theory of optimal experience based on the concept of flow, the state in which people are so involved in an activity that nothing else seems to matter. The experience itself is so enjoyable that people will do it even at great cost for the sheer sake of doing it. You ever notice when your kids are playing video games? They have no idea that you're even in the room or talking to them. The mark of a person who is in control of their consciousness is the ability to focus attention at will, to be oblivious to distractions, to concentrate for as long as it takes to achieve a goal and no longer. This ability to control the conscious, focus the attention at will, be oblivious to distractions, concentrate for as long as it takes to achieve a goal describes what flow state is. I've been studying this for a while. It's pretty interesting. Are you starting to get the picture of what I'm talking about? It's an experience in which nothing seems to matter except which is right in front of you. I started studying this because it started with a conversation about kickers in college and NFL and what it takes to block everything out just to focus. And there was an interview where one of them was describing the state that they got in where they absolutely did not hear the 60, 70, 80,000 people screaming. It was just complete silence. They said it's an experience in which nothing seems to matter except that which is right in front of you. So when you're in this flow state, it's as if you have blinders on. Nothing can distract you. Nothing can pull you away from your task. Nothing can keep you from making progress. Your entire mind and body are occupied, leaving room for nothing else. You're focused, locked in, and completely engaged in what you're doing. Distractions piss you off. You're oblivious to what's happening to you around you. Because of all of this, what you experience when you're in a flow state, you want to come back to it, do it again and again because you're really good at it. Being in a flow state is highly enjoyable and can turn even the most difficult jobs into a pleasant experience. One of the benefits is to increase productivity. When you're in a flow state, your productivity goes through the frickin' roof. Why? Because you're only focused on that single task in front of you. You're not trying to multitask. You're not simultaneously surfing Facebook, responding to emails, and texting your friends. You're not trying to work on 5 different things at once, making very little progress on any of them. You're completely zoned in on that important task that stretches your abilities and requires the use of all your skills and strengths. All of your energy is dedicated towards achieving a single goal. See, you're focused on one thing that is going to make the most difference in your life right at the moment. And because your energy is focused so strongly on that one thing, you make significant progress on it. You can achieve more in 1 hour of flow state than you can in many hours outside of that state. And your productivity skyrockets. Flow state allows you to do what Alexander Graham Bell describes when he said, concentrate all your thoughts upon the work at hand. The sun's rays do not burn until brought into focus. When you concentrate all of your thoughts on the work at hand, you can achieve extraordinary things. We're going to continue to talk about this in the next couple of episodes. We're going to be talking about distractions and a few other things. Have a great day. Be safe. Take care. Sell a bunch. And say something nice to somebody. See you soon.
You've been listening to the Productive Not Busy podcast with Coach Wayne. Join us next time for more money-making strategies to help you have less stress and more free time. Follow us on Facebook at Productive Not Busy, on Instagram at frontline.coach.wayne, and on Twitter at Wayne New Jr. And remember, be productive, not busy.